Hello everyone, this is Remleiz from 40k Theories, and I just thought I'd give you this quick little first impressions discussion in regards to Dawn of War 3 beta. I apologise for the rambling style of this video. This is literally just being recorded as soon as I finish this playthrough of the beta. For those of you who want to see me play through the beta properly, check out the video on my second channel. The link will be in the description below. Now, this game, it basically goes back to the first Dawn of War's playstyle, which is basically, for lack of a better term, more StarCraft-oriented, build your base, gather resources, that kind of thing. But it's also got the introduction of elite units, which you unlock various tiers of, but you get one to start with, in which case with the Space Marines, you get a Deathwatch kill team, which is pretty cool. And these abilities, these elite units, they have a cooldown time after they die, so that you can just resummon them over and over again. There's also additional things such as calling in... I just played the Space Marines for the demo, or for the beta rather, but you can able to call in things like Deathstorm drop pods, which is pretty useful when you've got like an ally in an enemy base and you just drop some Deathstorm drop pods to aid them, which is pretty cool. Graphically, as you can see from the footage I've got from my playthrough, the graphics don't look that good, but that's purely because of my machine. My machine is not designed to run high-fidelity software. It's a piece of shit, to be blunt. That being said, even on the lowest settings, this was a very janky and jerky game. And again, I don't know if that's purely because of my machine or not. My biggest complaint has to be in regards to the heads-up display. It's nowhere near as clear as Dawn of War 1's, or even Dawn of War 2's to an extent. It's a double-edged sword because you've got so much of the screen open so you can see more of the battlefield and more of the fighting, but at the same time everything's so cramped together, you sometimes struggle what the hell you're doing. So in regards to finding your resources, you have to look in the bottom left, right, as opposed to looking at the top of the screen. And so that's kind of disorienting at first. But overall, the game was pretty fun, I must admit. Will I be buying it personally? Probably not, again, purely because my machine can't bloody handle the damn thing. But as a first impression, it's not bad. But I noticed a couple of glitches here and there. But again, I don't know if that's purely because of the beta that they'll iron out in the next couple of days or whatever, or not. One thing that did impress me is when you went into the army selector for the multiplayer, you got to choose what colour scheme you wanted, basically what chapter or whatever. There was a very large number of pre-selected Space Marine chapters, even more so than the original Dawn of War. I mean, even have things like the Tigers Argents, the Kakaradons, Salamanders, Black Templars. You had a very good selection, which impressed me. No White Panthers, which pissed me off, but hey, you can't win it all. I didn't take a look at the Orcs or the Eldar forces, purely because I just wanted to have a quick go, just to get first impressions out. I might do videos in regards to those races over the weekend, I haven't decided yet. In regards to the gameplay, it's solid enough, I'll give it that. I don't see a lot of people's complaints in regards to it being too cartoony. And there's been a lot of redesign as well from what I can see. Like, a lot of the original structures have been redesigned. For example, the Space Marine Stronghold is no longer shaped like a long rectangle, it's just more of a circular. There's a few aesthetic changes which may confuse or irritate some people, and some people will probably just not be bothered at all. Is it as good as Dawn of War 1? From what I can tell of this beta, I would have liked to been able to play like a level or two of the campaign mode, personally, but it's alright, I guess. It's not as good as Dawn of War 1, it's not as good as Dawn of War 2. I think this will end up being the weakest of the series, from my own personal standpoint, from what I've experienced so far, but I could be wrong, I could be pleasantly surprised. Anyway, this is just my first impressions of the beta. When the game comes out, it might be a completely different animal. Like I said, we've only been able to experience just the multiplayer portion of this game. We've not been able to experience any of the single player, which could have fundamentally different mechanics. But anyway, Anyway, if you want to check out my full playthrough of a match, click the link below on my second channel. And thank you very much for joining me. This has been Remleiz, and I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.